How does an HTML absolute URL request work? Imagine clicking a link or loading an image on a web page. Have you ever wondered how your browser finds that exact file on the internet? Today, we're going to uncover how an HTML absolute URL request works and why it's so important for creating reliable links and resources. An HTML absolute URL is a complete web address that tells your browser exactly where to find a resource on the internet. It includes the protocol, which is usually HTTP or HTTPS, the domain name like www, example, .com, and the full path to the specific file or page, such as page HTML. Sometimes it also has extra parts like query parameters or fragments to point to specific sections within a page. When your browser encounters an absolute URL in an HTML document, it reads the entire address. It then starts a network request using the protocol, for example, HTTPS, to connect to the server at the domain name, such as www, example, .com. The server receives this request and looks for the resource at the exact path specified, like logo.png. If the server finds the resource, it sends it back to your browser. The browser then displays or uses that resource, like showing an image or loading a web page. Because the URL is complete, your browser doesn't need to know anything about the current page's location. It simply goes straight to the server and fetches the resource. This process works the same no matter where the web page is hosted or accessed from. That's why absolute URL are so reliable for linking to external websites or fixed resources. They make sure your links always point to the right place, even if you move your web page to a different folder or server later on. In contrast, a relative URL only gives the path relative to where the current page is. Your browser then combines that with the current page's URL to find the resource. Absolute URL avoid this confusion by being explicit and complete. Understanding how absolute URL work is key for anyone learning HTML and building web pages. They help ensure your links and resources are always accurate and accessible. When you use an absolute URL, you're giving your browser a full address to find exactly what it needs on the internet. This makes your web pages more dependable and easier to manage across different sites and environments.